everyone, welcome to Essie Cooks. In this video, I'm going to be showing you one of my most favorite, easy, delicious tempeh recipes. The reason I love this one so much is because it goes on so many different things. You can put this on bowls, on rice, on sandwiches, in wraps, wherever you like. And it's actually quite simple to make, and it's so flavorful because tempeh really absorbs the sauce that we're putting on it. And this one just goes so well with the tempeh, and it's quite easy to make. So in this video, I am actually going to be making a triple batch of this because I'm going to be making a big meal prep with it, and I want to cook up 3 blocks of tempeh. But I'm going to put on the screen right now just the recipe for a single batch in case that is something you do want, and also you can check out linked below. I'm going to have the single, just recipe that you can make for 1 block of tempeh. So check below if you want that. And here we go. We're going to get started with that triple batch. So we're going to start with tempeh. So this is basically a fermented soy product. It's high in protein, high in fiber, and it's good for your gut because it's fermented. So I love to use tempeh when I can. If you haven't tried it, it's pretty readily available in most supermarkets now. So I'm making a double batch here. So I'm going to be using 3 blocks of tempeh, about 200 and some grams per block. And now I put about 6 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika for sure. If you don't have that, it's not going to have that nice smoky flavor. You can always add a little bit of liquid smoke in there too if you want. And we're going to add maple syrup, about a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And now we're going to move on to the tempeh. So I'm just going to cut it into nice little strips. However, if you want to cut it into different shapes, that's totally fine. The shape is just convenient and easy to cut based on the shape of this block of tempeh that I have, but cut it up however you like. It's not going to make too much of a difference. Now, I forgot to whisk this together for some reason, but whisk together your marinade and then put those tempeh pieces right in. We want to allow those to marinate for at least 15 minutes. I just throw them in the fridge, mix them up, let them marinate, and you can leave these for up to a couple of hours, but usually 15 minutes really does the trick. And now we've got a nonstick pan on medium heat. I'm going to make these tempeh pieces in batches. I put a little bit of olive oil. We're on medium heat. We're going to cook those on each side until they're golden and crispy, about 3 to 4 minutes per side. I made a little cornstarch slurry with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with 2 tablespoons of cold water. That's what's going to really thicken up the sauce, make it nice and glossy and delicious. So flip all the tempeh, make sure they're golden brown and cooked on each side just like this. You can see how it has a nice little bit of crispiness to it. Don't use your hands. I'm just doing that. So save yourself. Don't do that because you could burn them, which I didn't, but just saying. Do what I say, not what I do. Okay, now we're going to add about half the marinade right on top into the pan. I actually ended up adding a little bit of water in here because there just wasn't quite enough, and I know that that cornstarch slurry is going to thicken it up, and I wanted them to be a little bit more saucy because I really like when things are saucy myself. I know some people like a little bit drier texture on things. I'm all about the sauce. So I'm going to throw half of that cornstarch slurry on there, and like I said, I did add a little bit of water just to add a little bit more to the sauce, but it still came out super thick. So if you are adding water, 1 tablespoon at a time. Don't add too much because you could ruin it. You don't want it to be watery, so be careful with that. But if needed, you can always add a little bit more cornstarch slurry, and that's that. So I set those aside and start working on the next batch. And I'm going to show you how it turned out. Now, this tempeh recipe, you can use it with anything. It doesn't have to be with this kale salad. It's so good on top of rice. It would be good on a sandwich, in a wrap, wherever you like. So you can always save this tempeh recipe in the back pocket because it's just easy and flavorful and high in protein and fiber, and it's delicious. I just love this. I can't wait to have it again next week. And here's what I made with it. I made all of these kale salads for meal prep, which is perfect for lunch. I added a bunch of avocado to it. You can even put this in a wrap. I mean, these are so good in wraps as well, with a nice lemon vinaigrette. If you want the recipe for that, I can link that below as well if you want to make this salad. But, like I said, these are so good on top of rice, wraps, sandwiches, bowls, salads, whatever you like. So I hope you loved this video, and I hope you love this tempeh recipe. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.